welcome back to my channel. I'm Liam. The first of the bye rounds will be soon upon us, and big decisions with what we do with Brodie Grundy this round. After hearing he'll be out for a fortnight plus his bye, what do we do with him? Do we even need to make trades this week? And is there any players that are ripe for the picking? So first of all, a lot of people will be wanting to know, what do we do with Brodie Grundy? I have Gawn and Grundy and Flynn in my lineup so far, so I'm pretty settled with that. So my idea of what I'm going to do, I believe I have enough players to get through me this round. I have Flynn to cover Grundy in round 12, and Grundy was always going to be on my bench in round... Flynn was going to cover me in round 13, and Grundy was always going to be on my bench in round 14. So you're only pretty much losing one game out of him, and that's this round. And I feel like this is one of the easier bye rounds. Most people don't have struggles with fielding 18. I think I have 20 at this very stage. So I'll be down to 19, which might cost me 30 or 40 not having Grundy. But with limited trades, it's just hard to not trade him, because you will want him at the end of the season, and that will make you cost you two trades if you trade him out this week. For most probably only a beneficial of like 40 points. There's two trades worth 40. I don't overly think it is. You can certainly make some better moves for more points. So that's my thinking of my idea of what to do with Grundy. Other options do include, if you have enough trades or are willing to go without Grundy for the rest of the year, Nat Nui is probably my best idea for that. Has the round 13 bye, but that means you can bench each of your ruckman each round. So you bench Flynn. I believe most of you will still have Flynn. Bench Flynn this round, bench Nat Nui next, and then bench Gawn in the last round. So you always got that constant two rucks, which are handy to have. He's had a good score, fairly low break even. And with West Coast slowly hitting, they had a shocker last week, but they're pretty a solid team, and I see him bouncing back. And Nat Nui is probably one of the best ruckmen in the comp, and his score per minute is incredible. He only plays like probably 70% of the game, but his score per minute is insane. His hit-outs to advantage, his contested possessions, he just racks up the points. His DT to SuperCoach ratio is insane compared to others. Cough, cough, Taranto from last round. But he's certainly my number one option. You could go Darcy, but that's pretty much just a straight swap. Grundy, and I don't see him matching him in the future. Plus, he has to sit on your bench in that round 14 with Gawn. If you don't have Gawn, that's a really easy move. Just go Grundy to Gawn. That's only if you do have trades as well. If you're planning on getting Gawn another way, do that. I would not advise trading Grundy unless there's news that he's out for probably more than 4 or 5 weeks. Then those 40 points turn into about 120 points you're losing, and 2 trades is nearly worth that. So that's my ideas on Big Man Grundy. This round, I don't plan on any trades. It's one of the most difficult rounds to trade, because you're either trading people on their bye to a player who has their bye. You don't really want to be trading people on their bye as well. So it's a tough one. I always like to be bringing players off their bye during these rounds. It's worked for me in the past. But if you do want to trade this round or have some set plans of what you want, there are no real rookie options as well to help you with all this. Coleman Jones has a bye next week. Reeves has his bye this week. Watch his ankle injury that he had, but it certainly looked to possibly target for Flynn next round. That would be an interesting topic to discuss if he gets up. Ideally, we want Reeves to be out next week and then him back the week 2 weeks after, so then we can flick Flynn off in that after his buys to get Reeves. But Bianco, I feel like you can bring in early defender mid status. It's a handy little flexibility. You can bring him in anywhere, and also the way Buckley talked about him, he's got pretty good job security. He's playing at half forward. He's not playing his mid role that he plays in the VFL, but it's a 65-ish role, and I don't see him losing it, and he'll be here to the end bye round. The only problem is he will clash with a lot of popular bye round players for that, with Murphy, Highmore, Laird. I have Salem. People might have May, Callum Mills, Jake Lloyd. That last bye round is a pretty popular one. But he could certainly slot into the midfield where it's much less popular to trade in. So I'm probably looking at bringing him in next week anyway for his cash to grab, but I won't need to trade him in until next week. So there's less risk in bringing him in next week when you have ideas of teams. There's no other rookies that I look to bring in. Madden doesn't have the job security for me to want to pay 176k for, and it's got that middle buy, which is a bit annoying because forward line is pretty stacked with Richmond, with the Dusty, Bolton, Brisbane with Zorko, Danaher, Bulldogs with you got Waitman, Essendon. You got a Nick Hind. It's just a packed buy that I wouldn't be wanting to bring any more players in on that buy. So yeah, same with Waitman. Wouldn't bring him in off this buy. Waterman the same. But it's just hard trading around this one if you want to go down and up. If you do have a bit of cash in the bank, ideally, I would probably again hold unless you've got a set plan. The only players I would want to be bringing in are around 14 players. They get 2 games before their bye. And it is probably the less popular buy in the mids and the forwards, that last buy. So a Clayton Oliver. Let's get some of these players. Yeah, Clayton Oliver. Took Miller for Knights next week. Jack Steele. There's not many of them. Callum Mills wouldn't target in defence. There just isn't many players I want to bring in this week. Questions asking about bringing in players that have their bye this week. If you're really set of bringing in players next week off their bye, like if you've got other completely trade plans, yes, but it is a bit of a waste of a trade. They could get injured during the week. It's just there's so many complexities. Certainly don't bring in a rookie on their bye. That's just a no-no. But if you've got just plans, I want to bring in Took Miller and someone's going to go down 40k, 40k. Yes, you can do that, but certainly not advised. I'd wait till next week. Took could do his hammy in the warm-up and you've wasted a trade. So, but that could happen to anyone. It's the SuperCoach game that we love to play. But next week is a big trading round of who we want to bring in. This round is more consolidation, saving trades. At the moment, I have 11 trades left, which I feel like is a lot less than what I probably wanted at this time of year. With plans I will get a full premium side with 2 trades left, so I don't want to be messing around too much during this period of time. But if you do have a 14, 15 trades and you're pretty settled with your side, you could play some mixy rounds. But trades are very valuable in this game. An injury could pop up anywhere, anytime. And having those trades at the back end certainly help a lot. You'll see a lot of donuts by round 20, 21, 22, 23, and you'll be soaring up the ranks. You might score averagely, but as people with donuts will not outscore you when you've got a full premium side. So yeah, that's my thoughts for this round. So probably not the most detailed because it's not. It's a very difficult round to trade in. I hope I've given you some good buy insights. And next week is a important round off the buy, followed by the next 2. Trading off the buys are pretty important to bring in good players. So till then, have a good one, and I'll see you on Thursday.